first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? On the goal line. And able to get this out to the 25. They'll start out on the ground and Saquon Barkley. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game, as he'll lose yardage to start things out. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and
This is Chase Claypool on the receiving end. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down. Well, the first drive here and the first time that we've called a big tight end's name, but I can assure you this, Charles, it won't be the last.
No, it won't, because when he gets going, now it opens up opportunities on the perimeter because they have to draw the defense towards him in the middle of the field. Now your wide receivers are getting involved as this game goes on.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And Barkley did not get there. They'll run for it with Barkley and try to push his way forward, but I think he's going to be short, and he is short. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game, and this defense holds firm here on the opening drive of the night. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. This defense for the Chiefs, they played really well in the win over the Raiders a week ago.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Buffalo 18. 60 Bobcat. 60 Bobcat. Hey, smash Bronco.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
On 3rd down, it's Willis. And this is going to be incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
So on 4th down, Matt Rule brings out the field goal unit. It'll be a 49-yard attempt from the left hash. And his kick is good. Didn't hit it all that well, but he got enough on it to put it through. So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
Nice little nifty play for them there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Now Mahomes. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
Well, every point certainly counts at this stage of the game. But after driving so far, you absolutely know they want to finish it with 6 instead of 3.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And the Panthers are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. Well, your first drive of the first quarter, you get it down there, trying to fire it in the end zone, and big-time deflation on that play.
No doubt about it. They're moving and grooving and getting into position, and this is not the ending that they saw on this drive, is it? They had things going their way.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Just the one misstep for them in the first half of the season. 7-1 is the record at the midway point. And in terms of whatever, they're at or near the top of the list in terms of best teams in the National Football League.
And for me, in my little bit of rankings here, I've got them at the top. I know there's still 2 months to go, and we've seen teams get off to hot starts and then fade away due to injuries or the schedule or whatever. But unless there are a rash of injuries on this team, I'd be surprised if they aren't a 1st or a 2nd seed come playoff time.
And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
7 Pirates! 7 Pirates!
Willis will look to throw it. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off by Eric Stokes. And the Chiefs are going to take over at their own 41. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love this.
The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Well, that's an excellent way to get the pass rush activated. The first sack of the game for them comes on the first play of the drive, and it makes it very tough for the opponent to pick up a first down now, playing behind the sticks.
It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down. Mahomes going to throw. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Amari Barno. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. A few things better than a big man interception. You can always tell right when they get the football, there's that level of excitement and nervousness, and also like, what the heck do I do with this thing?
And you say, no better sight? Well, not for the quarterback to just throw it. It's bad enough to throw a pick, but to throw one to the big guy? But you're right about that. Now what do I do with it? But what's fun about it is you know they're going to be in the film room after this ball game telling all their teammates, maybe I should shift over to offense. I've got skills. What do you think?
Oh, absolutely. I always find myself cheering for them after they intercept it. Unfortunately here, he couldn't make it into the end zone. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, these are the situations that really test the defense, those sudden changes. They're already inside field goal range to start the possession. Their goal now, keep it to a long kick, if indeed they end up trying one.
Willis is thrown into the hands of McLaurin. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 16 yards to the 16 and a first down.
Dragon 60.
On first down, Willis. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
Right, the last two plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those two that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. No gain on the screen there and second down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. From the 8, it's 3rd and goal. Call it no gain on the play, so no help there. And now 4th and goal. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Here we go, stretch. Warriors 70.
Going on 4th down. Here's Willis. And it's going to be batted down. And will go the other way with the football. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt. And the Chiefs defense comes up with a stop. A chance to get some momentum here in the second quarter, getting their first trip into the red zone, but unable to get it across.
And if I'm the head coach, sure, you feel some disappointment, maybe a little bit of deflation there because you didn't get it in. But I'm going straight to rah-rah mode. All right, guys, we didn't get it this time. It's only the second quarter. We'll be back. Let's get it later on. I want to keep this team up. I don't want them to feel like they've let everyone down.
Positive.
Got to be positive in this situation.
Misfires again, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect we'll go to the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Hands it off out of the gun. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Eric Stokes. And the Chiefs are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. Charles, one thing that he referenced to us yesterday was his confidence fitting the ball into any window, but obviously that window was a little too tight, and it was closing in a hurry.
And he was talking to us about having anticipation in making those types of throws. Down near the goal line, I don't think you can anticipate it as much as you need to see it open. You've got to be precise with your throws down here in the red zone. That one goes into double.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Caleb Farley. And he will bring it back to about the 11-yard line. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them, and they took advantage of it there. Got a nice interception and set up their offense in great shape.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Willis. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure, or do they play coverage on this down?
The Panthers on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 10. 3rd down, it's Willis. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed. And now off to the races down the right side. The 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
That was a nice catch, and not by the guy you thought it was going to be. How about the defender turning into an offensive player as soon as the ball hits his hands, and off he goes, off to the races, and into the end zone.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
Meanwhile, Willis' throw is caught here by Anderson. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. The Panthers have the first. It's a gain of 12.
That's a pretty throw right there. That ball's in the air a long time, but it's right on the money on the right sideline. A really good route. Moving the defenders towards the middle of the field before breaking to the sideline. What a completion there. Big-time arm strength. Very nice route.
On first down, Willis. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Second down, here's Willis. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Eric Stokes. Well, this is just crazy. He's got 3 interceptions, Charles, and we haven't even departed the first half of this ballgame.
I think if you're looking at the stats right now, you're saying, all right, who's the leading receiver? Well, can you flip it around and say that maybe he is and could be for the game the way that things are going right now? I think if it's him, he wants to be on the field at all times.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes, throw left side complete. That's Pearson. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. They run on first down as they get about 3. 2nd and 7 forthcoming. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Mahomes now to throw. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Caleb Farley. And the Panthers are in great shape here as they take over at the 46-yard line. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ballgame, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. And nowhere to run for Willis. He goes down. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Another try after the first down sack. Willis. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. That is now 5 interceptions that he has thrown in this ball game. If I asked you to speculate what's possibly going on in his head, what would you say?
Well, if he's as mentally strong as I believe he is, he understands that not all these picks have been his fault. You know, some of the throws, yes, but there have been a good number of them where he hasn't been helped by his own receivers, and they've turned into interceptions. So he knows if he keeps firing, perhaps good things can happen, not just in this game, but especially in later ones.
To throw on second and 10, Mahomes. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
To throw, it's Mahomes. He's got a man open. It's Chase Claypool. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. They go play action. Now Mahomes. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Mahomes to throw once more. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. On second down, here's Barkley. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Here's Barkley. And he is going to lose yardage here. Mahomes going to go on 4th down. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points. Extra point by Butker is on target, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Get up! Back to 60! Warriors 70!
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Out route looking for McLaurin. He's got him. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. A gain of 8 there on the play. And that'll bring up a second down in just a couple.
18 Rattler! 18 Rattler! 19 tight! 19 tight! 60 Maverick! 60 Maverick!
To throw, here's Willis. And he'll air this one deep for Anderson. And now here's another interception. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. But to be frank, CD, this is getting tough to watch. I mean, you feel for him, but 6 interceptions, that's at a whole new level. It's not a good level.
It makes it tougher and tougher to come up with ways to try and support him. But you have to as a team because you can't just throw your quarterback aside. You're going to need him later on. But it reminds me of a time that a former defense coordinator of mine told me he was in a game where his quarterback threw 7 interceptions. So after the 6-1, one of the defensive players went to the quarterback and said, here's what you do. Throw the ball to the other team, and let's see if our receivers can pick it off and turn it into a completion.
That's just mean. I don't know that I'd go down there and say that to him right now. Probably pretty fragile. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. This one goes out wide for Barkley. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Here's Mahomes to throw. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away. This is brought in at the 21. It's a 45-yard punt, then 8 on the return. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play. Willis will look to throw on first down. He's going to take another shot here. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Each team making their final preparations for this second half. We're about ready, too, as we'll send you back up to Charlotte and rejoin Brandon and Charles at Bank of America Stadium.
All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Panthers going to get the football first, trailing here as well as we resume play in this second half. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now, they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
And now here is another interception. Picked by Tarvarius Moore, and he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
Well, I certainly think that we're seeing a big reason why this team has struggled to put points on the board so far, because too many of their drives have ended in turnovers already, and we still have almost a full half of football yet to play.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now. Hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. And that is incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Butker's kick here is good, and they will stretch the lead now to 17-3. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, we were having a tough patch. this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and finally kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
7 Pirates, 7 Pirates.
Now Willis to throw. And that will be incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Eric Stokes. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. A first down carry for Barkley. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And now here is another interception. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Chase Young, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Well, partner, I would say just avoid play action. But that's not just been the problem. This defense, they've been getting pressure on all types of pass plays and really piling up the sacks in this contest.
To try again after the sack, Willis. And that is incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one, weren't able to do so.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. And the Chiefs will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. This defense, Charles, coming up with another interception. They have really done an excellent job of locking up these receivers.
Yeah, they're really on fire. They are actually doing what they talk about all the time, which is plastering to receivers when they're in their zones. They didn't give up a touchdown in the first half. Haven't done so here in this half either. Blanketed the field going all the way back to the opening drive, and they come up with a pick right there.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Now then after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Now Mahomes. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. A good job defensively to hold that to 4 yards, and now it's 3rd down. Throwing now is Mahomes. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without Jim.
Just not enough time for the play. It wasn't a fumble, really. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here, and sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. But now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the third quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at each other.
Buffalo 18. 60 Bobcats. 60 Bobcats.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Willis, he's going to air one out for Anderson. And now here is another interception. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. So still no touchdowns allowed by this defense. They get the interception there. CD, they have been rock solid.
And at this point, I think they have to expect that they're going to see some shots taken down the field. And that was almost a desperation throw right there, just kind of hoping something good can happen, a completion, a pass interference. But this was anticipated well, and they came up with the INT.
Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
I'll give them credit winning that first snap and forcing an incompletion. They're hoping that'll deflate the offense a little bit after they took the field charged up after taking over after a turnover.
On play action, it's Mahomes. And my goodness, another interception. And the Panthers are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it, and that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And all the way to the 25 before he's hit and dropped. On first down, Willis. And now here is another interception. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. Yes, folks, that is his third interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called it.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, no one wants to see that drop, and I guarantee it's not going to stop his quarterback from going back to him anytime he has open space.
On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. Butker's kick here is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So they got the turnover started with great field position, but in the end, the defense able to hold firm, and they only get 3 out of it.
And I like what you said right there. That defense able to hold firm, backed up into the shadow of their own end zone. Goalpost right behind them. They had to make sure they didn't give up the 6. And, boy, they came through in a big way. To them, even though they gave up 3, that's a win for their side.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 49-yard line. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Second down throw coming by Willis. And my goodness, another interception. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. And the Chiefs are going to get the football back as time will run out in this third quarter of play. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth quarter lead. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Second down, here's Barkley again. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. And now here's another interception. Picked up by Caleb Farley. And the Panthers are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's got a man, complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. 33 yards that time. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the fourth, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
To the air on first down. Here's Willis. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman.
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
With the Eagles.
That's right. It's then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct.
They are certainly not letting up on the pressure in this one, and oftentimes you hear this expression, all gas, no break from defenses. But in this case, it's the offense still throwing the football up big in the fourth quarter.
And now here is another interception. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. I think it's safe to say this is a game he's not going to forget anytime soon, Charles. 3 interceptions.
It's rare that we see 3 interceptions by one team, let alone by an individual. And I think that after the second one, he's probably telling his teammates, any ball that's in the air, it's going to be mine. And that turned out to be true.
To the air on first down. Here's Willis. Got a man. It's caught at the 6-yard line. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. A great effort there with his 17th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Panthers are finally into the end zone here in this fourth quarter. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is trimmed down to 10. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Well, don't look now, but they've got a little bit of a battle on their hands again. Back to a 2-score game. The interception that led to a touchdown. You'd have to think they're a little more careful here if they do indeed try to throw a football.
Yeah, and I was a little surprised by the last throw. You know, that type of throw with this type of a game, I'm going to be very careful about it. Maybe the only throw you make is maybe a toss to your halfback or something like that. Otherwise, take care of the thing and finish this bad boy off.
Deep ball on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
That completion certainly makes this upcoming 3rd down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of momentum. The other side is going to gain.
The Chiefs on 3rd down. Not getting the job done at all. A very poor 1 for 10. This is 3rd and 7. Barkley inside handoff. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. Mahomes throwing on 4th. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. He's got the first down and more than that. And he is going to have the Chiefs first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. Up the middle with Barkley. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. 7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Mahomes now to throw. Throws the out route and finds Claypool. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They go back to the ground now with Barkley. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
This is caught. It's Christian Watson. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Christian Watson, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Chiefs are closing in on a 6-2 start as they extend this 4th quarter advantage. Extra point by Butker is on target, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big 4th quarter hole. Now a deep ball here, hauled in just past the 50. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. It's a gain of 34. On first down, Willis. And my goodness, another interception. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. And the Chiefs are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. They'll try and run some clock here with Barkley. And he'll get this up to about the 40. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Mahomes going to throw it here. Out. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Caleb Farley. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And my goodness, another interception. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So after the INT, here's Mahomes. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And boy, another ill-advised throw there as that will wind up incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. And this one is incomplete.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And now here's another interception. Picked up by Caleb Farley. And the Panthers are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. And yes, folks, that is his 5th interception, a new NFL record.
And that's absolutely phenomenal. I just have to flat out applaud him. What a great effort in this game. But let's face it, when you look...
And the Chiefs are going to get him. Josh Allen bringing the pressure yet again. That's his 3rd sack here tonight. After the sack on 1st down, Willis. And my goodness, another interception. Now the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. For this defense, CD, that's kind of the icing on the cake here as we get to the end of this one.
And didn't you feel that they weren't just going into total prevent there? You know, they had the lead, and sometimes you fall back and you lose your aggressiveness. Not in this case. They were still making a play on the football, and look how that one turned out. They may have salted this one away.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Interesting, Mahomes wants to throw it. Oh, he bowls over it. He'll get it inside the 20. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. Looking to throw is Mahomes. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. 3rd and goal, and still a long way from the end zone. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on